Y'all, I think I found my new favorite pastime, and that's just getting up here in the woods with this excavator and tearing stuff up. Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheridan Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. So the other day, Jacob, the young man that works for us, was out riding around and he found some storm damage that we didn't know that we had. We've got some downed trees. So hang out with us for a little bit. Let's take you up and show you what we got. And let's see if we can get some of it cleaned up today. Maybe get some saw logs out of it. Maybe get a little firewood. I don't know what we're going to end up getting out of it. So hang out with us for a little bit and let's go see. All right, so here's what we've got to deal with. So during Helene, pretty sure that's when this happened, we had some trees blow over up here in our woods. Now, just for orientation, straight away through there is the big field with the Eggmobile, turkeys, cows. Over to the left over here would be the sawmill shed, hay barn, the chicken processing building is straight ahead. The house is that way. Pigs are on the hill over here. So, and then the property line is up here. You can kind of see where the trees open up and clear out. That's where the property line is. So we've got these three right here, and I think they're all three red oaks. I've got this one right here that blew over. There might be one saw log in it, firewood. Got this red oak. I think there's 2 or 3 saw logs in it, plenty of firewood. And then over here, we've got another one. Let's climb over this thing so we can get over there. I don't know what that used to be. Maybe a pine, I don't know. We might cut into it and just see what it looks like. But it is a little bit of a mess here. Got some other dead laying stuff around. We'll pick all that up, move it around, get it out of our way, get us a nice path. But let's go get the machine, bring it up. I'm gonna get Sandra, she'll come up here in a little bit. I've got that other one down there, I don't know if y'all can see it. That's one that blew down back in the winter. I've limbed part of it, cut a bunch of firewood off of it. Just that never took the root ball off and finished cutting it up. We'll get to that one. It's big, a little bit of a precarious spot where it's at. But these others, I think we can work around them. Got the help with me. Got Reuben here. Sophie's over there. And of course, Crazy Maggie. Let's go get the machine, get to work. All right, so here's what I've got done, which is not much, but let's take into account that I'm a new equipment operator. So I was able to, this first one right here, I took a 10-foot log out of it, and there was a lot of junk in here that I had to move over to the side. Actually, some of this right here may be okay for firewood. So I've got my one log laying up there right now. That's a hard fought for 10-foot red oak log. And then I kind of made my way up through here, and pushed some stuff out of the way, cleared some brush. There's still a bunch of little trees that I think those little trees probably just need to come down. They're just tiny. They're just itty bitty things. And I pushed some of them down. My worry is being able to get in here and get to this one and then get to that one over there, because they are on a much steeper part of the hillside than this little guy was right here. So I think this, what's left on this, is good for firewood. I think that's going to be about it, honestly. So I may just go ahead and buck that up into firewood rounds, and then we can load them on the buggy and get them out of here sometime. But I think that's all that's good for. Like I said, this one here, there's some good, couple of good saw logs in that one, and there's some good saw logs in that one over there. So we've just got to, I think the trick on getting a lot of this done is really just taking your time. There were a couple times there I felt like I was rushing, trying to hurry, and the anxiety really kind of went up. So I think it's a matter of just taking your time, paying attention to what you're doing, getting a game plan together with what you want to do before you start. I've done that a couple of times. I would just go in there and start working and didn't really have a game plan, and I think that was, I don't think that's smart. But I think having a game plan of what you want to do is important. There's a lot of rocks in here, a lot of small trees that are kind of in the way, and getting some of that cleared out, I think is going to be important to make room to work. There's a lot of trash on the ground, stuff that's fallen over the years, hadn't been picked up, cleaned up, and that sort of thing. And y'all saw that big bunch of stuff that I was picking up down there earlier. I think those were some telephone poles that the previous owner had bought and was going to maybe use them for fence posts or something like that. A lot of them are pretty rotten right now, not worth a whole lot. So I probably need to get me a burn pile together, a big burn pile, and get some of this stuff just kind of burn up, cleaned up, and that kind of thing. This is a beautiful part of the farm. A little bit of a hill. There's a little valley right here, right below me on my right, just right down here, that a spring runs through whenever we get a little bit of rain and that kind of thing. But it's quiet up here. You get over here behind where the camera is, and you can see a long distance. It's just a beautiful part of the farm. So, all right, let's get us a game plan together, figure out what we're going to do next. I'm thinking continue working on this one, get it maybe cleaned up first, and go ahead and cut some firewood rounds out of it. We can load them on the buggy later and take them down the house. All right, I got a lot of it cut up just into rounds, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's about 20 there, give or take. That'll be a lot of firewood. And then there's still going to be some more on that top over there that we can cut for firewood. I think I'm going to stop working on trying to get to these other 2 trees that are down today. But I think it's getting kind of late, but still got plenty of daylight. Still feel like working some. So I think I'm going to go back down here where I first came in. There's a couple of dead trees right there. I think I'm going to push them over. I think I'm going to work on gathering some junk up, making me a burn pile, and just kind of envisioning and thinking about this whole area right in here. We've ran pigs in this before, and yeah, there's a lot of this. But I'm just kind of, there's another tree down over there. It's an old pine, rotten. I'm envisioning coming in here and taking out some of this little stuff and just cleaning this whole area up. Now we are working on a timber sale, and we are going to be selling some timber, and this will be an area, there will be some stuff in here that's cut. But this little stuff, I think I'm going to clean some of this up. May not push all the little stuff over, but at least get this junk up and pile it up and make it look a little nicer. This is, like I say, y'all, this is a beautiful area right here. Come over here. If we were down there towards where it's open, you can see the mountain out through there. You can see all the way down the valley across the farm. It's just gorgeous up here. So I think I'm gonna work on cleaning this up. Got some time, still got some daylight. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I've got 2 old dead pine trees right here, right in front of me. And I'm gonna see if we can't just push these babies over. Everybody likes a little destruction, tear stuff up. Go up the tree a little bit. Man, that thing is rotten. Look at there. Now, let's see if we can push this thing over right here. We have to dig it a little, I think we'll have to dig on it a little bit here. Get the thumb open. So this is really my first time of doing a whole lot of this, well, doing any of this kind of work with this machine. And you know, it's just practice. I think it's just practice. You got to get out and try and see what you can do with it. Big old rock right there. We're going to work around that thing. May dig it out too. Yeah, dig it out too. At least moving around. Oh, another rock right there. Let's see if we can push her now. Help any. Yep, there we go. Well, I thought we were going to. There it is. You know, if you'd have come out here and tried to dig that thing out with a shovel and an axe or a mallet or something like that, man, you'd have worked for days. This thing, 2 minutes and we're done. Now we'll need to come around from the other side and get that and put it in the burn pile. All right, let's see, can we get this other one over here? I have a little trouble getting to it. Push some of this stuff out of our way. Oh, put that blade down. That's a bigger one. What do we do with that? No, it's not. Well, behind it that I was looking at. Oh, that is punky. There she goes. So we can push that stump out. Stump's a little tougher. Do a little digging right here. See all this junk in front of it, that's what I'm talking about. There's just a lot of that kind of trash around. I don't know if I'm gonna get that thing out. There's just a lot of this kind of trash around. So, all right, I think we're gonna leave that alone. Need to come at it from a different angle sometime. We can get off of this stuff. There we go. All right. See if we can get a little bit of this and take it with us. I need one of those rakes. I know a company named Workbrow makes one, but it's just a rake that goes on the excavator head instead of this bucket. It's got open tines, and you can scratch around in the dirt and not carry as much, not get as much junk whenever you're picking stuff up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hitting that tree over there with that thing. Daggone it. Let's see here, can we spin a little bit? Yeah. Now we're getting ahead of it. Back the other way. There we go. Go. Good mess of stuff. And there's just so much of this, man, old doty, rotten junk that you can't pick up. You try to pick it up and it just tears apart. All right, so let's kind of review our accomplishment for the day. We have cut a 10-foot red oak log for the sawmill. We have scratched up the ground pretty good in a few places. We gotten part of this tree cleaned up. Got a bunch of firewood rounds cut there, so we get those down to the shop and get those cut up for firewood. And we worked on cleaning up the ground a little bit, getting some of this junk and trash out of the way so that we can move around a little easier. Still lots of that to do, whole lot of that to do, but I think if we just kind of work at it a little bit along, we'll get it cleaned up. Got us a nice brush pile going over here, so we'll set that baby on fire one day. And there's a bunch of really nice, remember when you were a kid, you'd find a rock, man, what a cool rock. I got a bunch of pretty cool rocks. So I've got a fire ring over at the shop. I believe I'll take some of these over to the shop, work on my fire ring, make it a little bigger, a little more robust, and that kind of thing. Still got this big monster down here that we got to deal with, but we will get to that in due time. Y'all, I think I found my new favorite pastime, and that's just getting up here in the woods with this excavator and tearing stuff up. Not really tearing stuff up, working on things and making a difference and really changing the lay of the land and the way things look. Been out here for probably, I don't know, I've probably been working on this for maybe 3 hours off and on, and it has been quite therapeutic. I don't come on here and whine and cry and talk about my troubles and all that kind of stuff, but I had sort of a fairly frustrating and stressful week at work. So this was really nice to get out here and just take out a little frustration by pushing over some trees, running a chainsaw, and working on this area of the woods up here. Still got those 2 big red oak. We'll work on those over the next couple of days I think what I need to do is clean up around so that I've got a good workspace and can get that excavator set in a solid spot. That was one of the things that I noticed with that is it's real easy to get it. I don't think you can, but I don't think you could flip it over very easily. But it's easy to get it kind of tippy, and you pick something up and you feel it lean forward or lean back, and well, usually lean forward whenever you're picking something up. And it gives you a little bit of a funky feeling in the seat of your pants, if you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been on a tractor and you've got one of those rear wheels up off the ground, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can feel it in the seat of your pants. So anyway, it's getting late. It's been a good day. This morning, I didn't film this, but this morning I went to a friend of ours. He had reached out to me last week and said, hey, I've got some poplar logs that are down on the ground, need to be cleaned up. Are you interested in them? So went over there, picked those up this morning with the dump trailer, brought them back. I got them stacked up down next to the sawmill shed. We'll do something with those here in a few days, but I'm starting to get a good collection of logs down there to run through that sawmill. But anyway, good day to be outside, good day to be out here in the good Lord's creation and just enjoying this little piece of ground that He has entrusted us with. Like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.